Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
Wow! is a hot Thursday night. It is TransTrem Thursday, and something just inspired me and hit me to do the long intro tonight. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that. Had a little problem on that drop down going into the solo. I couldn't find the right key, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm sure that's happened to Eddie too. So it is 8:16 p.m. on March 14th, 2024, and we have got a good show for you. Let's get some guys in here. Let's see who we've got. Somebody's at the door ringing the bell, and we have Mr. Symmetry Tread.
Everybody, can you dig it?
Welcome in, sir.
Howdy. Well, that was a good intro, man. I thought it was great, and I mean, you had to make up for lost time from Sunday, so
this is true.
No problem at all.
Speaking to Sunday, publicly want to thank you for taking the helm and running a great show.
I did what I could.
I honestly didn't watch the replay, but the little pieces that I caught, everything was great. So,
right.
Well, except for Quentin. I mean, but what can you expect there? So, no, I appreciate you taking the helm. Glad to be back, feeling better. Still not completely 100%, but here we are. Let's see. We got somebody else waiting at the door. We have Mr. John Shane. What's that? Welcome in, sir. Good to see you.
Fine, thank you.
You running silent rig tonight, huh?
I am, yes.
Still doing pretty well. Right on. Sounding good. That's the Fractal FM9, correct? Or the FM3? Right on. Yep. That sounds great, man. Sounds great. And of course, going from that straight into the Roadcaster, and then here you are.
So that little problem I was talking about before, I took 2 seconds and I summed everything to stereo. And
you got it all squared away. Yeah, sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Who else we got waiting? We have Mr. Randy, R5 Price. Welcome in, sir. What's that? He's got it loaded in, man.
Randy's been playing with the buttons.
So Randy's the newest to the Roadcaster Pro 2 crew, and he has been playing around and getting some sound effects, it sounds like.
Right. Correct.
Sounding good, man. That SM57B there. Or SM7B, I should say.
SM7B, oh yeah.
SM7B. Sounding great.
Got
your radio announcer voice going.
That's right.
Sound all professional.
Right. Well, right on, man. Welcome in, guys. We got a good show. We're going to be talking a little bit about the that mystery Steinberger that we've been talking about, that we saw on Eddie's bench. And we also got a guest tonight. And before we get to that, though, real quick, we need to come over here and we need to do a few things before we get on with things. We're going to give a big shout out to our channel members. We do have channel membership available. If you'd like to help support the channel and what we do, we certainly appreciate it. Not required, but we do appreciate it. Helps us keep doing what we're doing.
Keeps the lights on.
Keeps the lights on. So big shout out to all these channel members. And again, a big thank you to Andrew Knox, who did not get a public thank you when he gifted some memberships the other night. We missed it, or I missed it when I was on the last Thursday show, I believe. So thank you, Andrew. We appreciate your support, sir. So let's get over here and
pretty cool shirt you're wearing there, buddy.
Who, me?
Who, you? Yeah.
Me? I got the old Andy Carson.
Exactly, yeah. That looks great.
Chattanooga, Station 5. Did you guys see the back of this thing?
Yeah, I've got one.
Holy Jesus, look at that.
It's pretty
That's
awesome.
awesome. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Also pimping the Under the Bus crew tonight. So giving shout outs to
my work uniform.
Right? Got the work uniform.
My work uniform.
There you go. So shout outs to all that support us here. So let's get over here to the chat and see who we got here with us tonight. Give a shout out.
Call on Sunday. In fact, I didn't do the roll call.
First in, we have channel member Kurt 5150 saying take a gander. Good to see you, Kurt. Good to see you. There's R2R3. He's hanging out in the chat. I'm assuming he's still working. Maybe we'll see him a little bit later. We've got Dan Gorman is here. Welcome in, Dan. We got
Dan.
L Barge J is here saying good evening. Welcome in. We got channel member Herb of Fireside Studio hanging out with us. Good to see you, sir. And as always, Patty Dill, channel member, is here. She's sporting the Under the Bus shirt in her avatar there, showing some support for those guys over there. Link is down in the description if you haven't checked out those guys' channel. So give them a click and give them a sub.
Yep, Wednesday nights, sometimes on the weekend.
We got Gitter 1952 is here. Good to see you, Gary. Channel member. Let's see who else we got. We got Yostinators hanging out. We got Patrick Trites is here.
Brother.
Got Mr. Mick hanging around. Good to see you. We got channel member all day, all night saying, hey, everyone. Good to see you, man. He tagged me in that post that Sammy was doing the set list, and he had up on the top Summer Nights with a question mark. And I replied back in there. I said, if you need somebody to do, the show, the song, let me know.
You should have posted a link.
And then I think, Randy, you went and followed it up with something. Telling him to come watch the show tonight, right?
Yeah, I was like, this is your guy. You can
never,
see it live tonight.
You never know who may be watching. We got channel member Blue Mox is here.
Blue Mox.
Good to see you, sir. Let's see. We got channel member Andrew Knox. Gave him a shout out just a minute ago. Good to see you, sir. Mitch Heyman's hanging out. Good to see you. Welcome in. We got channel member Hip Metal Works.
Brother.
Good to see you, man. We've got KXM Rock is here. Welcome in. Let's see. There's Symmetry in the chat. I know that guy. Let's see. Did I get KXM Rock? I did. Let's see. Who else we got? Randy Price is there. I know that guy too. Linking in from Facebook as well, looks like. Let's see. Steve Brand, channel members, hanging out. Good to see you,
Hey,
Steve.
brother.
Hopefully you're feeling better. I know you were a little under the weather there for a little bit.
Right.
Let's see. Who else we got? Coming down here, we got channel member Steve and Franklin saying, okay, let's go poo. Goo poo.
Let's go poo.
Let's go poo.
That's what Ed's doing.
Oh. Haven't seen Ed around in a little while. I've seen him on Facebook here and there, but I haven't seen him on, hadn't been on Tony's show in a bit, and hadn't seen him hanging around in the chat. Hope he's doing okay.
He popped in UTB last night for a little bit.
Did he? Very cool. Very cool. Channel member Rob Blackmore Official is hanging out with us. Good to see you, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
There's Jimmy Abida. Good to see you, Jimmy. Looks like he's linked in from Facebook or somewhere.
Is that why it says all your comments are posted to multiple channels?
Could be. It's going to Facebook and to YouTube. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. We've got there's Jimmy Biter on the channel with his channel membership green. Good to see you, Jimmy. There's Seth Presley, California Customs is here. Welcome in. Good to see you. Channel member Brian Mooney is here. Welcome in, Brian. Good to see you. Channel member Ferd Burful. Welcome in, Ferd. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Who else we got? There's Joe Wentz Project TV in the chat there.
Who that guy?
I know
How
that
about
guy.
that?
Yeah. Let's see. We got Mr. Mick scrolling down. Making sure to try not to miss anybody. We got Wayne McConnell hanging out. Good to see you. Let's see. Scrolling. There's Yostinator. Good to see you, man. Yost. We got Pedro Lucas S.
What's up,
Welcome in.
buddy?
Got Dave Randalls is here. Welcome in. We've got channel member Bryce Regal is hanging out. Good to see you, sir. Let's see.
Daily reminder to turn on live chat.
Live chat. Yep. Christopher Live Sova's hanging out. And I
Give
think
your
we are.
balls a tug.
Did you get,
Right.
did you get Beesman? Beesman's here.
Is he?
Yeah, Beesman's here.
Oh, there he is.
Live
Sorry
chat.
about that. Channel member Boner Jams is here. Welcome in. Good to see you, sir. So I think we are caught up with the chat, and I think without any further ado, we need to bring in our guest. Everybody,
Excellent!
a big, huge welcome to the stage, Mr. Joe Wentz.
Hey, how you doing?
I know it seems like an eternity sitting back there, but we got to go through some steps.
No, it's perfectly fine, man. You gotta thank the people for tuning in. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Certain protocols we adhere to around here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, welcome in. It's good to meet you.
Thank you.
And
It's nice to meet y'all. Thank you.
I've
Thank you very much.
I've seen your channel a few times and seen some of your lives a little bit, and I caught when Jimmy was on and playing with you a little bit, and I've always noticed that you got the EVH hat on, you got some striped guitars,
Yeah.
and it seemed like
Yeah.
you got a little Van Halen persuasion with you. So
Yes,
you
sir.
welcome. figured we'd
Thank
welcome you onto the channel and see what you're all about.
Thank you very
So-
much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so anybody, I'm sure you got some watchers that are coming over and joining, and but anybody in our chat that's not familiar with you, just give us a little history and background about you and your channel.
Oh man, I started the channel a long time ago. I didn't start doing videos for a while, and then just slowly started just doing different types of videos, and then of course started the old guitar thing, and so my whole thing that I always enjoyed was because of my job, I can't be in a band. I'm always on the road in the rig, so I've been in bands in the past, but now because of my job, that cuts that out. So I was like, I'd like to start trying to play live on YouTube if I can, and so YouTube is my very, very small stage, and so I just started putting out videos with guitar stuff and trying to play live, and a couple other different things too. I like doing vlogs and stuff like that. I think YouTube don't know what they want to do with me because I'm always here and
You'll
there
know
and
what
everywhere.
direction to go. Yeah,
They're like, let's put him here. Nope. Now he's doing this. Let's, but it's okay. I just enjoy making videos.
Yeah. I was looking at something on my channel one day, and it's got like a list of categories, and it has the category that you're most viewed in or something like that. And mine was like sports cars, and I'm like, what?
Sports
How
cars.
does that happen? Or, something to that effect. Now, I did used to have some motorcycle stuff that I did on the channel, so maybe that's directed that towards that. But I've been doing this, a whole lot longer than that, so I don't know what's up with
No,
that.
it is.
algorithm.
It's the summer nights. Because, the summer nights to me is back in the Camaro,
Right.
chipping the gears.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Well,
that was
yeah.
amazing. That was amazing, by the way.
oh, thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Whoa.
We're always our own worst critics, so every time I play it, I'm like, oh man, I messed that up there. Oh, I messed that up there. But
Sounded
I
great to
appreciate
me,
it.
man. Oof.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to do on this channel was, obviously TransTrem Thursday. A lot of folks, didn't even know that, Eddie used a different guitar on summer nights, Get Up, Fire in the Hole,
Right.
Had no idea what the TransTrem was about. And when I got one, there was really nothing on YouTube that really showed you how it worked or how to work on it, or even, really how to do a string change and calibration and all that kind of thing. So I was like, I'm going to start doing some of that, learning it, doing it myself, taking the thing apart, and then playing it, here on Thursdays. So we've gotten Natalie from over at Headless USA. She comes on and she joins us from time to time, and she'll talk about new stuff that she's got, and she'll show some awesome Steinbergers. So, but to that effect of what you were talking about with, this is kind of your out for playing live.
Yes, sir.
John and myself, have expressed that before, is that, being in bands before, you get a little older, you don't have the time.
That's right.
You don't want to mess with the lead singer disease, so this has kind of scratched our itch, for playing live in front of folks. So this
You don't have to haul equipment nowhere or nothing like that.
Exactly.
That's the big one.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just,
guys, too,
I'm
right?
leaving that crap there, and it's not going anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. It'll stay in better shape that way too.
Absolutely.
It won't be
Absolutely.
Going in and out of the house or in danger of getting damaged.
Well, welcome into the channel, man. We're going to take you off of this so that you're not feeling like you're spotlighted there.
But
But
were you last night at 8:30?
right.
Well,
yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your music history. I mean, we know you're an Eddie fan, so
let's see. My music history. I got my first guitar when I was 16. It was the Christmas Eve of '86. My dog is going nuts here. And I got my first guitar then, and it was a friend of mine. He goes by the YouTube handle of the German Butcher. His name's Ralph, and I've known him. We've known each other since we were like kids, like 10 years old. And we were at a campground one time with my parents. We got to go up there, and we saw this band setting up, and the guy was warming up on the Fender Strat, and I was like, I never had really seen that. I've of course heard guitar and all that, but I didn't really pay attention. And this guy was just going off, and we walked up there and talked to him. And that's what kick-started it. And then that was the summer of '86. And then that Christmas, I got my first guitar, knockoff Strat, was called a Memphis. That's what it was called. A little Gorilla amp. And
Yep.
And then not long after that Live Without a Net, when it came out, there was a guy that I worked with. He was able to make me a copy. His father had 2 VCRs, the whole routine.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
He brought me a copy, and I watched that thing over and over, and that's what really inspired me to go. And my first Van Halen album that I purchased was 5150. And then after that, because of, Live Without a Net and all, I went back and I got Van
Big
Halen
problems.
1, and then,
Big problems.
Yeah.
Got big problems.
Breaking news. Coming to the stage. Here he's coming up the stairs. Oh, he hit the bell. There he is.
It's getting to the point where we can't even bust your balls anymore about not being here. It's awesome.
No, he keeps showing up, man.
They hired me for no reason.
That's right. See you, Randy.
oh, wow. Wow.
It's a return
What's going
policy
on,
on
fellas?
that roadcaster.
What's up, Randy? Ryan, Trent, John, and my brother Joe.
Sorry
Hey,
to have
Archie.
interrupted you, Joe.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Real quick, I see a couple new names here. We got Guitar Man 45. Welcome in, Bo. Good to see you.
Hey, man, all right.
And Zach Thong is here. Welcome in, Zach.
Hey, what's
Good
up,
to
Zach?
see you hanging out. And Paulie Walnuts is here. Welcome in,
Oh,
Paulie.
man.
Good to see
What's
you,
up,
sir.
Paulie?
And,
I'm also sharing this on my channel, too.
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
I
Oh,
noticed
that's
this.
where all those links are coming from.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
coming from my channel, right.
Very good. Very
Awesome.
good. Charlie S is hanging out in the chat with us. Welcome.
Hey, Charlie.
So I would like to say anybody that is over on your channel, please feel free to jump over here and give me a sub if you haven't yet.
There you go.
And anybody that's here, want to jump over to Joe's channel and give him a sub. That's what all this is about, helping out the community and moving forward.
Throwing in and enjoying everybody.
Absolutely. So if I missed your name, just say hello in the chat there, and we'll try to catch you. So that makes sense of why Jimmy came through, and then came through with Green on this channel because he's
there you go. There
he's
you
swapping
go.
back and forth. All right.
Right.
Well, very cool. Very cool. So
I just jumped over to Joe's.
we interrupted you. You were you got in 5150, and then you went to OU 812, and
I got 5150 first, and then I went back and bought Van Halen 1, and then in order. So then
Okay.
I had all of them. There you go. Yeah, I love that's
Gotcha.
that's my favorite Sammy album. I love that album. And, so yeah, it was just I was in that Van Halen bubble for a long time. That's all I listened to.
yeah.
Just like everybody else, I was popping them cassettes. I'm old. I was popping in cassettes.
Yeah,
and,
oh yeah.
the tape deck and the Cavalier back then, just one after the other, and just my mind was blown. I was like, how is Eddie doing what he does, man? And just like a gazillion other people,
Some of us are old enough to remember the 8-tracks. So
Oh, I remember
First
those.
Van
when I
Halen
was
album
a
was
kid.
Fair Warning.
Yeah. When I was a kid, my parents had that 8-track player in their car. But yeah, man, I got all those albums, and then I don't know, man, just kept trying to play, and I'm nowhere near where I should be. But it's taken me a long time to get where I'm at.
one of the sayings that we have here on this channel is it doesn't matter how well you play, it's just all about the smiles. So if you pick up a guitar and you're playing and you're smiling, that's what it's all about. You talking about Live Without a Net. I can remember too, same thing. Trying to learn guitar as a kid, being so just inspired by what I was hearing on Live Without a Net. And I've said it before, but one of the most enjoyable things for me was seeing the joy that they had on stage playing that music. And the smile on Eddie's
That's
face,
right. Yeah.
and you could just see the joy exuding out of him as he was playing,
And
and
the
I wanted
chemistry
that.
and all that.
I wanted that, So I would run around with my guitar, just tapping and wherever I could, and just every so often I'm like, oh, that sounded pretty good, So just the inspiration that a lot of us Van Halen fans got from that Live Without a Net is just phenomenal.
Right. Yeah, I can remember watching that Live Without a Net, and the main TV and the VCR was down in the den, so I would watch Eddie solo, of course, and I would pause it. And back then, for people that are too young to know, back then when you paused a VHS tape, it wasn't a clear picture. It was kind of blurred and distorted, and sometimes you'd get lucky and it would be on a good frame. And I would pause it, and I'd just look at his fingers, and I would run upstairs and plug up my guitar to my little amp, and I was like, no, that don't sound nothing like what he's doing. I don't
Never
know what.
sound the same.
And it's just constant that all for even today. I'm like, there's some songs I just can't touch. I'm like, I don't know, I can't do that. So
one of the first things that I tried to learn off of that was when he was doing the let's see. That little run there,
classical piece. Yeah.
I didn't do it right, but that was one of the things too. I was like, okay, what's he doing? Yeah, you can actually see where his fingers are, and then I would go try to replicate it. Yeah, same stuff.
Look at that.
There's the old 8-track.
8-track.
Look at that.
Oh my
Women and
goodness
children
gracious.
first.
When's the last time that 8-track was actually played in something or two?
Gotta be decades.
1983.
Yeah, I bet you if you try to shove it in something, it would just disintegrate.
It'll melt. Yeah. It'll melt.
Yeah.
But this thing brings back memories right there.
Oh yeah,
Just the way the songs would go into the next, track.
Yeah.
Cut off and then resume.
Fade out and come back in. Like, oh no, that's my favorite part.
So, Joe, are you a big kind of history connoisseur on the guitars of Eddie Van Halen, or are you more like me, just was always a fan of the music? And, there's guitars that you recognize because you saw them quite a few, but there's a lot of people in this community that are, oh, man, I remember he played that one in 1977, and it was only one time. Yeah, that's that guy right there.
I will be totally honest
that's
with you.
me.
I've always thank y'all for subbing. Appreciate that. I will be honest with you, man. I'm never been the type of guy to and I'm not knocking it. It just wasn't for me. I've seen other channels years ago, and they talk about how far the stripes are from each other, or the kind of stuff the screws he had in the Floyd Rose, and I was like, dude, I don't care about that. I just want to check out the music and try to learn how to jam. I never really got into the whole guitar thing. I mean, of course, I got a stripe model like everybody, other people that enjoy it, but I never went in down that rabbit hole. I just it just didn't do nothing for me.
Yeah,
but it's still interesting. But
recently I've gotten a little more interested in it, because I was all about the music and just listening to it and enjoying the music. And the guitars obviously are cool. We all.
Oh yeah.
I've got a 5150 copy over there, and of course I've got some Wolfgangs, and I don't know if you've seen my GL2T replica that I've got with the TransTrem on it. I can grab that.
Oh yeah, I have seen that. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
But just the recognizable guitars I was into. But I've recently started, getting into some of the others, especially some of the ones that have the TransTrems on them. Talking with Rob Johnson. I don't know if you know him. But,
Rob Johnson, nice guy.
He's got the wall of all the replicas. So a lot of those.
He's serious, man.
He's telling me about those, or he'll show me a picture of one. I'll be like, man, I saw Eddie play in 1991. I saw him play this one specific guitar, and I've never seen. He sends me a picture of it, so he's deep into it as well as Randy here. So, but tonight we were going to look at just a couple pictures, and we can get to that before I forget about it. So
Kurt's another one. Kurt 5150.
Kurt, he's well versed on a lot of it. Yep. So I want to give a big shout out. I don't know if he's here in the chat. I haven't seen him, but R2D Tuna sent me an email earlier, and he had some pictures. So I'm going to add these up to the stage here.
Look at that.
Oh,
and so what we've got here is we've been talking about some of the Steinberger guitars and some of the other guitars for the past couple of weeks. And he sent me this picture out of this magazine, and Eddie's holding his black GL2T there. We all knew that existed. We saw him play that at Cabo in some of the Cabo clips, correct, Randy?
Yep.
Okay. The next one over, that's the OU812 GL. That one's got a humbucker and single,
two singles,
but and it's a 12-string on that one. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Yep. Rumor is that was the 12-string used on Cabo Wabo for certain parts.
Oh,
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So a lot of that, I think that bridge section where you hear the ring, I think that's what that's played on.
More than likely.
Yep. And then there's the back of it. And if you notice to the right of that, we see either a Bearwood or a whitish GM series Steinberger with non-EMG pickups. Remember, this is the one that we were.
Pike with Cool Whip.
This is the one we were looking at that was on the bench, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say, Randy?
I would say that's a definite.
Yeah, I would say so. So we have some more information further off in this magazine. I forget which magazine he said this was. I think it was the Inside magazine or Guitar Insider or something like that. But the next picture that we have is, of course, the double necks up there. But you've got another picture of it here, number 14. And then you've got right next to it the Les Paul with the TransTrem. So 14 and 15 have TransTrems on them. Let's get a little bit closer picture of that.
Wow.
So
I ain't seen that in forever.
So I learned something. 14.
50.
Kurt says Guitar Man from Japan.
Guitar Man from Japan.
Oh,
All right.
Nice.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you, Kurt.
Nice.
Let's see.
You can tell by all the English writing.
He put it on Facebook.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I've got
But-
they did do an Inside magazine that had all of Eddie's guitars laid out in a similar fashion, but it wasn't as in-depth as this appears to be.
Okay. So that looks like that guitar that we had been wondering about. I never knew any information about it. I'd never seen it before. And I learned some new information about the 5150 Les Paul TransTrem guitar. So let's get to that. So the write-up on it, on number 14 here, it says a Steinberger prototype. The body is wood, bridge, TransTrem. Yeah, so it doesn't say what type of wood.
Very unspecific.
Yeah. Wood. So built by luthier Ned Steinberger, this custom prototype wood body Steinberger was used to record Pleasure Dome. Before Edward hooked up with Music Man, he considered doing an endorsement deal with Steinberger. He and Ned experimented with several different pickup configurations, but being that Edward was not fond of the active electronics and graphite composite body staples of Steinberger, he opted to go with a different company, which, as most of you know, turned out to be Music Man. Now, you know, we know that we've read stuff before, and there may be some truth in this, or it may all be true. I don't know. This is just coming out of a magazine that was probably produced many, many years ago. But that's interesting that it says he used it for Pleasure Dome. Did you know that, Randy?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
That's
Why
specific
didn't you
guitar?
say it?
I didn't know it was that specific guitar, but I did know that there was TransTrem used on Pleasure Dome.
Oh, well, we all knew that.
No, well, I thought you were answering.
We didn't know what guitar that it was. All right, so the 5150 Gibson Les Paul, it actually has a serial number here. It says the neck is rosewood and the bridge is TransTrem. So this special Les Paul Light, which I did not know that it was a Les Paul Light.
Okay.
What that means is that's a thinner body.
Mahogany.
Yeah. But it looks like a Les Paul Light custom, I would say, because of the block inlays that are on it. Says this is the only guitar of its kind and was built by Gibson. Though it appears to be a Floyd Rose, the bridge was actually a Steinberger TransTrem, which we knew. Slightly recessed into the body, Gibson's Paul Jernigan and Ed's personal guitar hunter. I can't read that name because there's something over that. Dan Martin is what it says.
Dan Martin.
Gave this axe to Edward. So yeah, I never knew that was a Les Paul Light. So that's that thinner Les Paul custom body, which really kind of makes sense now because you do need kind of access to the back of that TransTrem, you know, with that wheel that's back there.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they did the thinner body on it. So I tell you what, learn something new every day, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I thought that was pretty cool, and I wanted to share that with everybody tonight since we had been talking about it for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's interesting. I had no clue. Wow.
Kurt says that magazine was produced by Van Halen fan mailing list group.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, that was called The Inside, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, the Inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got none of those, but I do remember that magazine. Yeah.
Bo says that they have stopped making the Les Paul Light. So,
Wow.
you know what? All of the guitar aficionados that have to have a replica of every single one of them are going to be rushing out trying to find now. Is a Les Paul Light.
Wow.
I remember when those came out.
Sova says this is all common knowledge if you watch Halenville live on Tuesdays. Oh, dang, man. Shots fired. Woo. Woo. Just missed us on that one.
It's 5:46 on Thursday afternoon, March 14th. The line was drawn in the sand.
When was this discussed on Halenville Live, Mr. Sova?
Oh, my goodness.
That's the trivia question, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see. Scott says, what's everyone think of the stuff everyone is saying now that Ed's Brown sound was a bandmaster and not a plexi?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard that before.
I don't know.
They started recently coming out, yeah.
All I can say is that you can never believe everything that you read, half of what you hear, and, maybe a quarter of what you see.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Ed rehearsed with a bandmaster in the mid 70s. There's not a bandmaster on those early Van Halen records. Sorry.
Is that what the claim is? I only saw just a little piece about
Yes.
this.
There's
Somebody-
one dude right now that's doing videos, and he's actually hooking up a bandmaster.
Yeah.
He's like a producer, and he's like getting the sounds, and sounds just like it, but I don't know if he's using something else.
Yeah, and there's some photos that have come up of them, in like 75-ish, and there's a bandmaster over on the side of the stage, and everybody. Ed had a bandmaster, but
Didn't he
That's
use
not-
Music Man heads or anything he'd get his hand on, wouldn't he?
he tried a bunch of stuff, dude. But I mean, once he found that plexi cranked at
was it.
89
Yeah.
volts or whatever,
Good point, Blue Mox.
exactly.
And that's kind of what I was thinking there, Scott. Maybe it was both amps that he used. So, Kurt says, in his opinion, Ed used multiple guitars and multiple amps that 80% of the people have no idea. And I would
That's
believe that.
true.
Yeah.
And he had those amps, and he had Don Landy. You know what I mean? If you got the engineer tweaking your
yeah.
sound to get the sound across the way
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
frequencies. You got a good engineer right there.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Right. There's the whole deal. I think it was Van Halen 2. They said he had his effects slaved in between the 100-watt plexi and a 50-watt plexi.
Yeah.
Is how the Van Halen 2 tone was done. But I don't know. I don't hear a bandmaster on Van Halen 1 or Van Halen 2.
Yeah, see, and this starts getting into that area where I'm like, I don't care. I just want to listen to the music, like we were talking about earlier with all the different guitars and the stripes and the distance from here to there. And it's like, I don't care. I don't
Right.
care.
I see both sides of it. It's fun conversation, right? I mean,
Yeah,
everybody
absolutely.
thinks this one Holy Grail Marshall was responsible for a lot more than I think it was, really.
You know where his tone came from?
Yeah, exactly.
It's from
Right
the
there.
vendors.
You know.
But you get a lot of music engineers. You get musicians coming in, renting the studios, whatever, and they're asking the producer, I want this kind of sound from this album, from this era. Can you make me sound like that? I don't want to sound like Eddie, but I just want his tone.
Right?
Well,
These guys are always looking for the amps to get that sound.
Nuno just said it again. Did you see that Nuno pop up on the Beato channel the other night? That was pretty entertaining. He reiterated once again, he jumped on Eddie's rig and played through it, and he didn't sound like
Sounded
Eddie
like
Van
Nuno.
Halen.
Yeah, sound like
No.
So Kurt said that he did rent Music Man heads for a few shows in '78 when his stuff was lost in flight from Japan. So there
That
you go.
is true.
Yep.
Wow. I never knew that.
Yep, there you go, Andrew. He says he had the EVH hands.
What's up, Andrew?
Yeah, the story was it for Van Halen 1, Ed told Don Landy and Ted Templeman he wanted it to sound like the first Montrose record. That's what he wanted his guitar tone to sound like.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah, who knows? Let's see. EQ in the effects loop does crazy changes. Same post-production for sure. Yeah. I mean, you can get a whole lot of different tones out of whatever you do with knobs and whatnot.
Yeah.
So-
You put a 10 band in the loop, and you put a 7 band on the board, and you do all kinds of sculpting.
Yep. Yeah, really, this is all green screen here, and I've just got like a little Line 6 pod.
Yeah.
So,
RTX 360 Mark II.
yeah, a little joke, inside joke with Quentin. Let's see. Kurt 5150. When I seen him 78 here in Detroit, he had 4 plexis. That was in 78, Bo? Yeah. Let's see. R2D Tuna's here. Welcome in, sir. He says, I did a lot of digging looking for those old magazines. Got those inside magazines in the late 90s, I think.
So that is the inside mag.
So it was inside magazine.
I've got that issue. I got it in the late 90s, like he said. I believe it was issue 6. It had the cover photo was the Zlozauer picture of Ed with all the guitars and the pickaxe.
I think so.
Was the cover photo for it. I've got it somewhere. I've got a couple more closets to clean out.
Yeah,
So-
he may have sent me that photo, and I just didn't get it into the slideshow. Let me check the email here.
I probably still have it somewhere.
All your skeletons, Randy.
Well, I've got a couple more closets and another bedroom to clean out for the old move here, so I'm hoping maybe I'll find it. I think it's with my Van Halen vinyl.
Okay, so this is one of them that he sent me. I guess he got a couple of pictures out of a couple of different ones. So there was the Guitar Man,
Yeah, that one got published right after Eddie died.
and then let's see. Yep, here's the inside special issue.
Yep, that's it.
Yep. Seems like I remember. I guess we've all seen that picture. Kind of
Yeah,
floating
always
around.
that parallelogram based
Holding
underneath
a
the
pickaxe.
head of that pickaxe. The hell is that?
Is that the 335 down there on the ground that he completely destroyed, pulling pickups out?
Let's see what's that guitar next to it on the ground? That's why I bought my Charvel, because it reminded me
The
of
Hog.
that. Okay.
That is the Hog. That's a 2-inch thick Boogie Bodies guitar.
Is that an Ovation?
Yeah,
that's
that
what-
may be the
Acoustic.
one Nancy Wilson gave him. I don't remember
Oh man, okay.
Yeah.
because that photo's from 1980. So
Yeah, I know that she said that she met him at the hotel or something, and
Hey
he
now.
said he didn't have an acoustic.
Hey now.
Hey.
Summer nights.
How you doing?
1980s Nancy Wilson was very easy on the eyes.
Oh yeah.
Today's Nancy Wilson is very
Oh,
easy
it's
on
always
the
been.
eyes.
But in the 80s particular, that's when I fell in love with her.
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, let's see.
What went down?
Have a time surfing alien has jumped in. Good to see you, man.
What's up, man?
Again, anybody that hasn't subbed over at Joe's channel, hop over there and sub, and then hop back over here and sub if you haven't over here.
There you
We
go.
appreciate everybody joining in. Mr. Walnut says that he has every issue. So
Oh wow.
I guess you're the man that we need to come and talk to then.
There we go.
When we need pictures.
More issues.
Awesome.
Or issues, yep. So. Well, guys, R2, do you have a guitar in your hand, man?
I do not, but I can go grab one.
You want to jam a little bit tonight?
Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we
Yeah.
jamming?
We just start out with some rock and E-jam or something.
All right.
Are you
Randy's
deciding
got
whether
a
to
guitar.
participate or not?
I thought Joe was going to be doing some jamming. I was ready to.
I think Joe has a guitar ready to go.
Yeah,
Right?
I just gotta get hooked up here and then I'll be ready.
Right on. Yeah, let's do some jamming, man.
I'll
Isn't that
cut
what
my
this
mic
guitar
off in
channel's
my-
all about?
That's right.
what
See?
we're doing?
I cut my mic
Is that
off
what
in
we're
my
doing?
camera. I'll be right back. I'll be
All right,
right
cool.
back. Okay, all right.
Call R2 the reluctant jammer.
Come on. Here's the magic trick. Ready? Oh,
Oh.
Go fuck yourself.
Have you seen that other trick?
You guys like trumpet playing?
Oh man.
Emotional damage.
Have you guys seen where that comes from? That guy's YouTube channel.
Yeah. Uncle, isn't he Uncle Roger? Uncle Roger.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's called.
Uncle Roger.
But he does like he stands out
Critiques,
in the field
yeah.
like he's a character in a video game. and it's like this guy peeks around a corner and, he immediately dies, or something like that. I don't know. It's strange but funny stuff.
He usually critiques cooking shows.
Are we talking about the same guy?
The emotional damage guy.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. It's Uncle Roger.
Okay.
Maybe he does something else on the side. I don't know.
Who knows?
Emotion.
Holly says, somebody gave me them for free. Just shipping. Great community.
Sweet.
Oh, man. Cool. I wish I had kept all my guitar magazines from all those years ago. It was just kind of one of those things where, well, I'm moving. What am I going to do with this back? Throw it out. Off it goes.
I got two boxes full over here, the old ones.
We're not talking about those kind of magazines, John.
No, they're all guitar related.
What's the oldest one you've got? What year?
Oh, Jesus, I couldn't tell you. I haven't looked at them since 2000, so I don't know.
Well, then they're at least 23 years.
Exactly.
Okay. What are we waiting on? Oh, Joe.
Joe Wentz.
Well, how's everybody in the chat?
Ron likes the stroke mags. It's old school, man. Rocking it.
The only problem is they're Vietnamese.
Full of hair. And
you can't understand anything that you read.
no, can't read the articles.
Toboku. Toboku.
Are we like
Waiting for
gonna
Joe.
do it?
We got the hat. Trev and I are sporting the uniform.
Elbar J says I photocopied some of the best lessons from the old magazines. Right on.
An enveloping.
What do you got there, R2?
Don't know yet.
Oh,
yeah.
look at there. That deserves a little solo layout.
Look at that.
Sweet.
Stick whore.
Very cool, man.
Nice.
I have not even seen those yet. So
Finally.
Stick it on your guitar.
there you go. I should have had them make an off white, so it would have matched a little bit better. Very cool.
All right.
We see you got your OU crew hat.
Got my hat.
Yeah.
Those have been popular so far. Had a few of those
I like it.
get sold out of there. Appreciate everybody. Whoop. Where'd he go?
One me.
There he is. All right, shall we just get started and Joe can jump in when he gets back?
We can.
All right, let's get to rocking here.
Oh, Bo needs a link. Hang on, Bo. I'll get you a link.
What's he need a link for?
Where to buy a hat?
Oh, okay.
The old merch link.
Hey, dang it.
Right on. There's a couple different ones. You got the twill one, and then I think there's a red, kind of like this one with the OU crew on it, and then a blue and a black one, something. So
Yeah, the other ones are what they call trucker hats.
yeah.
That's what you have on, isn't it, Ryan? A trucker hat?
Yes. Yep. That's what the Under the Bus boys sent. Actually, it was All Dave All Night that sent me this. Big shout out.
Oh, Jesus.
Raymond Bozak is here. Welcome in. He says, I met Nancy Wilson after a show at the Dearborn Hyatt.
Hey now.
What year was that? And we can determine the sexiness level on the year.
It's always been fantastic. I tried to get the link, but it's 487 characters long.
Yeah. If you just go over to the description of the video tonight and click more, it'll have
1980.
a store. Oh, wow. 1980.
Yeah, prime.
Perfect.
Yeah. She's just a young babe back then. Whoa.
Barracuda.
Very cool. Very cool.
No kudas or bears.
69, dude!
All right. Let's jam. Trev, you got the helm?
You're driving the bus, brother.
We're going to let's lay out here and I'm going to mute. Go again. Go again.
Thought so. That was awesome, Randy. You on fire, Randy?
Cool stuff, man.
That was terrible.
Joe, that was fantastic, man. It was fantastic.
Joe rocked it.
Yeah,
Joe was killing it.
He
Great
was
job.
pulling out all the tapping tricks and all that good stuff.
Oh, man.
Are you guys gonna
y'all
go
got
again?
It going on, man. Y'all got it going on.
Yeah.
Well, Joe's standing up. We might as well do another one.
Okay, then we'll keep it in the same order, right?
All right.
We're going to start with John.
Depends on what we're doing.
You know which one I'd kind of like to do. This is in
In the key of C.
some kind of C something. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going for a smoke, boys.
Oh, Lord.
I
do
really
it.
dig this one. So, all right. I may need to adjust some levels here, but let's go. All right, we ready?
Sure.
turn up a bit. Let Joe take it. Great stuff. I love that tune. I love that jam, man. That was so awesome.
Yeah, man.
Sounded great, man.
Joe freaking killed it, man.
Yeah, man.
No, y'all did, man. I'm just trying to follow along, man. That was fun.
Good.
I haven't done.
No, man, you hit a couple tasty licks in there. I was like,
Yep.
ooh, that one was nice. That was nice.
I don't know if
Tasty
any
shreds.
I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but I noticed it off the rip. There's a couple similarities between my playing and Joe's. We have a similar vibrato, and there's a couple little licks in there that we play very similar to. Man, that's awesome.
That is cool, man. I know y'all were awesome. Well, I already knew R2 was. I've seen him play before. He's gonna get on here and go. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, well,
Everybody's
just get his
amazing.
level right. What's up, R2?
Thank you, brother.
Crank that guitar up a little bit.
Nah, that was a lot of fun. I haven't had this much fun since a open mic night years and years ago. It's been so long.
Since I split my picker down the middle.
Got some incoming pictures of this is a Kurt 5150 stash. It's got a bunch of those inside magazines.
Oh, look at that.
Sweet.
Nice.
Looks like some of them are in Japanese, some of them are in English. So Kurt will be our go-to guy to thumb through and find us some cool photos as well.
Very awesome.
Oh, that's
What's that bill over there say? What's the address on there?
Oh no. Oh no.
Pages are sticky.
Hopefully we didn't give anything away there, Kurt. Kurt?
So let's say in the very unlikely eventuality that they got his address. Now what are they going to do?
oh man, he's gonna get some bad
Send him
mail.
a shirt?
Craigslist.
He's probably
Sign him up to Columbia House.
He'll turn in a copyright strike against me on this.
Order like 40 pizzas to his house, maybe.
I don't know. Does Walt Dahlbeck watch this?
Order in the Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses.
I don't think Walt is in the house.
Oh man. Oh wow. Man.
That was fantastic, boys. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
That was so much fun. Man.
There was a question I was going to ask you, Joe. Oh, what are you playing through tonight?
I'm playing through Head Rush Prime.
Okay.
And yes, sir, Head Rush Prime, and I got some pedals in front of that. I got I got some EVH 5150 overdrive and chromatic tuner, your MXR phase 90, and then a Zach Wild Wah, and then you got the Head Rush, and then out of the Head Rush into a little mixer, and then into the UR44C Steinberger interface. Yes.
Cool. Very
Sweet.
cool.
Yeah.
So
Great.
Yes, sir.
yeah. So a lot of folks have trouble with like the echo back, and you said that you took care of it with the mixer that you had got. Did it have like a mix minus on it?
No, sir. It was the problem I was having. If I was to do a show like this, the mixer had it would connect with the receiving audio of the computer via Bluetooth, and so I had to have a USB going into the computer as well, so it could read the mixer or recognize it. So it was getting double signal, so it would create an echo if I was doing a show like this. So I had to get another mixer with no Bluetooth connection whatsoever. So because I was I was like, where's that echo coming from?
Well, see, that seems to be a common thing with people that try to come on here and in order for them to play guitar, that we hear ourselves echoing back through them.
Yes.
So that's been a common problem that we've had.
We call that the Quentin James.
The Quentin James syndrome. Yep. Yeah. I got so fed up with it, I sent him a whole little mixer to get rid of it. So.
Right.
Nice. Sounds good. Now he's just got to get. Yeah.
He just got to stop touching stuff.
A computer upgrade would be pretty cool, and he had a couple super chats the other night to help him start off that fund. So
nice.
You should start a GoFundMe for Quentin's new PC. I'll throw in $10.
Man,
I'm just looking to see what's going on in the chat over here.
Oh,
I'll be right back, man. I have to let my dog out. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Is that
I love
code
dogs.
for something?
I love dogs.
Who let the dogs?
Wow, it got all quiet in here all of a sudden. So, Randy, how you coming on your rig? You still looking at setting up some cabs and microphones and all that?
Oh
Yeah, I've just been busy, so I've got another room and some closets I've got to clean and pack up and all that stuff to get over here. So that includes my cabs and amp heads and all that stuff. All the heavy stuff comes last.
Right.
That's what she said.
But John over here is trying to talk me into the FM3.
You know, here's the thing with that. And I don't know.
Here we go.
I don't know if John has the same. Well, evidently he didn't. No, not requesting isolation.
Here we go.
When I start looking at those things, because that XFX does sound good, John. You know, I got to give you that.
It's no real amp, dude.
It sounds good, but it's no real amp.
100%.
But the problem with that is when I start looking at stuff like that, I'm like, well, you know, that might do okay, but I'm looking at the FM9 over here. And then if I'm looking at that, and I'm like, well, it's only, you know, this much more for the whole rack unit, you know, and then
you got a couple spaces available.
I've spent another $3,000 on something, you know, where, you know, a little Line 6 Pod Express would have done me okay, you know, so.
Well, the other thing I've been looking at, which I need to stop looking, I need to stay the hell off of reverb. That's bad, dude. Is that and I've never really been a huge Boogie fan, but the Mark V, the 25 watt Mark V, and it's got an XLR out with cab sim.
Yep. That's shit.
Yep.
That's garbage. No, the cab sim, not the amp. The cab sim is not good. Yeah.
But I mean, I could run it through my 212 or 412 or whatever.
Yep.
But when it comes to Boogie amps, I mean, I owned a triple rectifier probably 2006, 2007, somewhere in there. Then traded it and got a 5152. And I like this 6505 mini head, but it doesn't sound like the Big Brother heads. Mm-hmm. Whereas whatever kind of wizardry Randy over there at Mesa Boogie works, that Mark V 25 watt sounds just like the full size one. Mm-hmm. But the Mark series amps don't sound like the rectifiers. So
the peer pressure. Everybody in the chat here, El Barge says FM9 is great. I won't lie, but definitely expensive.
Yep.
Let's see. Hip Metalworks coming in with just do an XFX 3 rack mount, call it done. You know.
I do think if I sort this thing out completely where I'm happy and I'm still offsetting that feel, I'll go to the FM9 because this is, you know, my basic. That's at 73% horsepower.
Right.
So. Highlight Andrew Knox, his comment down here about the Arch Type Petrucci. So I would be interested in the Quad Cortex because I've played with the Arch Type Petrucci plug-in and it sounds amazing.
Right.
But Neural has been behind the 8 ball on making it where you can load those Arch Type plugins into that unit. They've said they were going to do it from launch, and I mean, it's been out 2.5, 3 years, and they still haven't done it.
Still haven't done it, yeah.
If you could, I mean, there's a ton of Neural stuff that sounds fantastic.
It's disappointing when you have, and I've heard that before, that people have complained about that product, is it was released and then the support is not there.
Right.
When you get that with an expensive piece of gear, I had that with the TC Electronic G system. Fantastic layout, fantastic rig, but the support on the bugs that were in that thing, there's still bugs in it that they just like, yeah, we're done.
Yep. I
And
used to run
it's so disappointing when you have a product like that.
Yep, that band, when I was in 11 standing still, I used to run the G Major 2 with my 5152, and I would use it. I mean, the delays were good. They called it the smart harmony, and I would run a minor third harmony with an octave down, and it sounded incredible. It tracked really well. The latency wasn't there, but like you said, the support for it was terrible.
Yep.
That's one thing I will say about the Fractal. There's
always support.
outstanding support for it.
Yeah.
And they're constant. I mean, just constantly, new stuff. Plus,
Hey, Billy Gritsack is here. Welcome in, Billy. Good to see you. It's Billy from Wisconsin. Good to see you. Is this Billy that owns the TransTrem guitar that was owned by damn, his mind just Dimebag.
Oh,
Of course, we got to be careful with saying Dimebag on here because last time we had they were like banned. So,
What? Oh, Jeff said it Sunday.
when I played that clip of the headstock falling off, we had to pull
Yeah.
that from the video.
yeah. Just that couple of seconds. Hey, Jeff
And
K.
the funny thing is, it was somebody
Welcome.
else's channel. It wasn't on the Pantera channel. It was on Jimmy whatever's channel.
Right. Blue Monk says, "Come on, guys! Boss Pocket GT and 300,000 hours of tone setup."
Blue
Just
Box
save the
also
cash.
says my guitar's broken and for me to send it to him. So,
Yeah,
Right.
well,
Well, it's that 1.5 year evaluation he needs.
right.
Andy Carson's running the Boss Metal Zone through a Gorilla 15-watt
Right
combo.
on,
Hell
brother.
I bet that sounds fantastic, man.
That's got some teeth.
Sounds like
No PR-29.
Bo says he's got the TC Electronic G Major and the G-Force. I still have my G system. You know, technically, I could set up another wet, dry, wet rig in here with that. But,
For when your brother comes over.
or for when Andy comes over.
Right on.
Let's see what else is going on. Well, we got Joez back. Welcome
I'm
back.
sorry. I
all right,
apologize.
No, you're good.
You're
man.
good, bro.
I'm
You're
here
good.
by myself, and I had to take care of that.
Dog's got to
good,
go.
man.
Dog's
All
got to
good.
go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
that's a fact.
Yostonator runs a Helix floor into a Firehawk 15. Says line 6 support is S tier.
Is that good? S tier?
I'm thinking the S stands
Well,
for
it could be
shite.
super or it could mean shite.
This sucks.
I always thought the Helix support was pretty good from what I've seen.
Randy's got it.
I had a the floor model, the Helix floor, and it was great to work with and easy to use, but I just could not get past the sound of it.
Yeah, there was something I couldn't jive with it, and I wasn't using it for amp models. I was running it
Just
in a
effects.
I was using it for cable method, and I was running it wet, dry, wet with this rig back here. And there was just something with the effects that just didn't seem to gel with it in the way that I was trying to use it. So, I don't know.
Yes, I had the HD 500,
Yeah.
and
Corrected.
I couldn't find an amp model that sounded good. I mean,
Now, you know what? For the money, because, you know, John, you got me kind of looking at these things. You know, I was looking at the what is that, FM3?
Yeah.
Is it FM? Okay.
FM3
floor
Mark
model.
II.
Is that what that means,
modeler
FM
of-
floor model?
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got 3 little buttons on it. Sits on my desk.
Now,
So-
does that thing have the ability to capture your amp?
No.
No.
Okay.
So you sent me kind of down a rabbit hole of YouTube of watching stuff. And one that a lot of people seem to be surprised and pleased with is that Ampero Stage 2, that Hotone or Hot Tone or whatever.
Yeah, I think Michael Nielsen was all over that thing, wasn't he?
Yeah. Leon Todd, I think, had a video about it, and he was really, really impressed with it. I think he uses one now. So a lot of good stuff, you know, with that.
We're in a
modeling
great time.
stuff.
Yeah, we're in a
Yep.
great time now,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
But again, not even a candle to.
Yeah. Nobody somebody that's never played through a tube amp, you know, and that's all they've played through. That's all they know.
Yep.
Once you play through a tube amp, you're like, oh, I get it, you know. So,
Yeah. But I think too, part of the thing that makes it a little easier for me is because we're always playing through cans, right?
Right.
So it's coming through a mixer and it's coming back affected and all the rest of it. So it's a lot closer to what the FM is. But if I just do this for a second, which I do when I play sometimes, it's like, oh my God, that's the best thing ever coming in my head. Oh, I didn't sound good there.
That sounds so sweet, man.
You just hear that growl of those tubes, you know.
The depth.
Probably should put it in the right key.
Yeah, got to do
Sorry,
it.
I can't help myself going into that.
Got to do it.
That's awesome, man. Now,
Nothing-
I want to ask
nothing
you,
like
I'd
a
like to ask
tube,
you a
man.
question, if that's all right.
Yeah, man.
You said you might go back to a wet rig. Have you had that in the past in there?
Who, me?
In your Yes, sir. In your
This
in your
this
space
is
there.
this is wet, dry, wet.
Oh,
what
it
I'm
is.
running.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I
Yeah.
figured. Okay,
Yep.
okay.
No,
I
he
was-
said
I
he
was
could
curious.
build another one with his spare parts he has in the closet.
Yeah, I've got a G system over there, and I've got another power amp and a couple more speaker cabinets and all that. So I could put a second wet, dry, wet rig in here.
Nice.
for
Okay.
guests.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Going a little overboard, you know.
No, that's not overboard. It's having fun, man.
Yeah. But yeah, this is all wet, dry, wet that you're hearing. You've got the three cabinets. Only the middle head is operational, and that sends a speaker simulated tap out over to the rack I've got over here.
Okay.
Fall off the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'm good.
Man down.
So over there, you know, anybody that's new to the channel may not know what my signal chain is, but basically this is very similar to what Ed would have used in Live Without a Net. Lexicon PCM70 for the cathedral delays, and then that splits the signal down to the Rain mixer that he used, and then the two SDE 3000s. And I don't have the H3000 harmonizer. I've got the Eventide Eclipse harmonizer. So
okay.
as close as I can get to what he was using for Live Without a Net. Yeah.
Ryan's room is the platinum room.
He's got the whole guitar set.
The platinum room. There you go.
Should I show the guitars over here?
Absolutely.
Oh, there we go.
So they're all lined up on the couch, in the front of the couch, on the racks over here. Couple in front of the couple in front of the rig there.
Stop it. Nice.
And then there's a few more in the rack back there.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, you have a child's bedroom filled to the rafters with stack after stack after stack of cases. Just in case one goes down.
Well, I saw a picture of you on Facebook, Joe, where you were hunting through some cases. Were those all your guitars?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, Joe, tell him how many guitars you have.
I don't know. I guess it's about 73.
Nice. Hell yeah. People say I got a problem.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I got the past few years, longer than that. I don't know what. I'd get one, man, and I'm like, okay, that's nice. Next, move on to the next one, and I'm like, what am I
So wait
doing?
a minute. So that's 73. Didn't you just get a purple Jackson just recently?
Yes, sir. It's right behind me there.
There it is. That's 74.
Nice.
That's, yeah, well, yeah, but I got rid of one So that's still 73. So
Okay.
Do you have a favorite out of the bunch, Joe, or groups of favorites? Or
Depends on the mood.
I would have to go with. This might be kind of wild to say, but I had somebody ask me a question on my channel, and asked me about what I thought was better between the PV Wolfgang special or the EVH Wolfgang special. Mm-hmm. And he asked me what did I feel was better as far as quality goes. And I said, well, in my opinion, I mean, PV, I think was better. And I have a few. I don't have a lot. I have maybe 3 or 4 of those, and those are my favorite. I get them out once in a while. And R2, you remember when I got the Amber Quilt one, and I bought it and I found it online. Of course, I got fortunate enough to get them before Eddie had passed, and they skyrocketed. And the Amber Quilt one is the one that it always reminds me of the one he would play. Had the little 5150 black numbers on the body down there. And
The Ernie Ball.
it looks like, it kind of reminds me of that style, that color, and all that. But
Well, he had the Amber Quilt one in the Not Enough video. That was a PV.
yeah,
he played it on the '95 tour, like on and off. I think those types.
yeah. So for me, out of all of them, I would say the PV Wolfgang specials are my favorites.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah, I kind of giggled at this. Bo says, Joe making me laugh. He's probably pulling out his 800 guitars from underneath his bed.
Oh yeah. I don't have nothing on some people. I don't have no big.
Bo's got 74 just in the bathroom.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think
we'll do some hangs. We'll do some hangs, and Bo will be in there, and somebody will mention a guitar, and he's like, "Oh, I got one of those," and he'll come back a few minutes later, and
Here it is.
one of those.
Yeah.
One of those. That's
So
awesome, man.
what's your favorite color? Let me know, and I'll get it for you.
Yeah.
says, "Do not ask John how many I have." Okay, I won't.
Hey, Steve, how many do you have? We'll ask you directly.
Wow.
You've seen his collection, John?
Unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
it's roll from one end of the basement to the other, 2 or 3 high, just
Wow.
cases and cases and cases.
Wow.
Yep.
I think that I was talking about a customer that I used to go to. He's a dentist, and one side of the building was his dental office, and the whole other side of it was
I've
his
seen the pictures. Can
warehouse.
confirm.
Oh wow.
And it was like any amp that you can think of. He had a full stack of it, or the combo. Nearly any guitar that you could think of. When he had them at his house one time, I was there, and this was before he moved them all to the warehouse. And we were talking a little bit, and he had just recently purchased one of the EVH played Stripe series. Because he said his favorite guitar player was Jimmy Page, so he brought out this. We talked about the double neck guitar. He had one that had been signed by Jimmy Page. He says, "Who's your favorite guitar player?" I said, "Eddie Van Halen." So he runs over into this other room, jumps behind the couch.
Just wait a second.
Yeah, he pushes the couch out of the way, and he gets this guitar out, and he shows me, and it was that one that he had bought from the show that was played.
The art series.
But I think that was the biggest collection I had ever seen. There were, it was like you're saying, in the basement, just stacks and stacks of cases, and yeah.
Wow.
Grit Zeppelin is here. Welcome in. Says everybody needs at least one bathroom Strat.
There you go.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Remember that episode of 2.5 Men when Eddie comes out of the bathroom?
Yeah.
Two burritos.
He's got
there if I was.
he's got the little amp, on his side coming out of the bathroom. 2 burritos and a root beer float.
Never know when inspiration might strike.
Well, he said in that MTV thing he wrote Van Halen 3 on the pot.
Yeah. I remember reading that. Yeah.
That's funny.
He wasn't
Our boss.
talking about weed, was he?
No.
You guys ready for a slow melodic kind of jam here?
D minor?
Nah.
Oh.
We'll do this cool one.
I'll set this one out.
that-
I done turn all my stuff off.
Oh, really?
What?
Man, this is one of the best ones. You got
Turn your
time to
shit
turn
back
it all
on.
back on, man.
Yeah, you'll have time.
Joe, we're going to do a little call and response. You're going to fill in for Randy.
That's cool stuff, man. Well, I think we're about to wrap it up. We're right on our 2-hour mark, so appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out. Joe, thank you for coming and joining us and hanging out with us tonight. Had some awesome jams with you.
So nice to meet y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Once again, anybody that's watching on Joe's channels, we got a little cross streaming going on. Hop on over to OU812 channel, give us a sub if you haven't, and give us a like and thumbs up and all that.
Two guys peeing in the same toilet,
right? You know, crossing the streams. And anybody that's over here on the OU812 channel that would like to go over and sub to Joe's channel, please feel free to jump over there and do that. Want to give a big shout out and thank you to everybody in the chat that came out and joined us on both channels, and I had a good time. Sounded great tonight, guys. Joe, you tore it up, man. Tore it up,
man.
Hell of a job.
Good job, brother.
It's always nice to have somebody jump in and we're like, okay, check levels, and he's like, and he's right there. It's like all good. So we can tell that you take care with your
pro.
with your tone.
He's a pro.
Check keys and he's there.
Yep.
Thank y'all.
Yep.
Thank y'all so much.
Had a lot of fun, so we'll have to visit again. And
this fucking guy's already clearing the stage. Look at him; he's wrapping up. He's got his amp behind him.
I'm waiting to see the roadie walking behind him and carrying speakers.
Got a 2-hour drive home. Pay me my money. I'm out.
Right.
How'd you do in the tip jar there, Joe? You know.
Oh Lord. 0. Oh
yeah.
man.
So again,
0.0.
thank you to everybody that came out. We'll see everybody again for the Sunday community jam. Joe, we do a Sunday open door community jam. If you're ever around, you want to jump in and jam with us.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you.
We kind of do this same thing with a bunch of backing tracks and play. And Jimmy Biter has come on here and done some solo songs by himself. And
Charles Green. Looking forward to Charles's next appearance.
Yeah,
too.
Charles will come on and he'll jam a couple out.
Cool, yeah.
So
Cool guy.
Yeah, everybody's welcome to join us for that. So we'll be back, and that's 5 p.m. on Sunday, 5:05 Eastern, basically. And we'll see everybody then. Never on the hour. Never on the hour. Nobody cares. Especially if it's at Central Time.
Well, when it's 3 o'clock in the morning for you and it's only midnight here,
right?
I'm sure you care a little.
And you still want to go and I'm ready for bed. There's something wrong with that equation. It's only 3, man.
That's what she said.
Whoa. All right. So big shout out again to everybody. Hey, there's Wall Cries in the chat. Good night, guys. All right. So we'll see everybody next time around.
Thank guys and Patty.
Until then.
Thank you.
See you.
On, man.
See you later.
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
Can you dig it? Love you all.
Hello, baby. Oh, my eye's itchy.
What's going on? Thanks for watching.
What?